maybe you could try and harmonize. Would you believe me if I said after a while that I kinda like your style? Here's a tune to remember when I'm gone, and now try to take it back to where I'm from, but don't change a word. I don't mind if it's some.
Ryan Crown's Juice Club, woo! 14th and Arch, Center City, Philadelphia.
And tell them Omega emailed us.
And Omega emailed us back. They're like, what's your email?
Chopped flower. And there's another flower.
I wonder which flower drank juice.
What?
That's one.
Yep.
That's a perfect example of a person.
In Philly.
What a trip.
I know. It wasn't
Bay
that
Bridge.
bad of a drive.
Oh, from someone who didn't drive. We went over the...
I wasn't allowed to.
No, it was too dangerous. The Bay Bridge Tunnel, a rainstorm,
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
and then my night blindness. So it was quite a trip. Now we're in a big city and we're making it happen. Going to Ryan Crown's Juice Bar. What a cool guy. Hey! We're at Ryan Crown's Juice Bar. It's so cool, we made it. And look, they've got a juice called the Life Regenerator for Dan the Man.
Nice. Let me see. Point it out,
Take a
Tosh.
picture of it so we can
Is the top
send it
one?
to him.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
know, and they got the lemon ginger blast for Lou Corona. He's awesome too.
Sweet.
Woo! And look at the flyers the kids
And they got
colored.
Oh, that looks
gonna-
so good, you guys.
We're gonna try to drum up some gas money
Cool.
and have some awesome juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
Whoa. Sorry. He's back there.
Wow, these are
He's
awesome.
screaming.
These are like super.
Hi Jessica, how are you? Thank you so much for making this adorable sign. So Ryan, how long have you had your juice club?
Officially since January 2013, but I was working out of my home secretly for a certain amount of time.
Awesome, it's so adorable in here. You guys have been so gracious to us, thank you. This is adorable, the little watermelons, I love it. Hey Johnny, what's your favorite juice?
One I had there?
No, in life, ever.
Life. My favorite juice is orange juice. Yeah.
Orange juice.
Pear, orange, lemon, and apple. Pear, yeah. Well, lemon and pear and lemon, like something like that.
Lemon and pear and lemon? Mama, what's your favorite juice?
Watermelon. Ready?
Ooh.
Grape.
And grape.
Which is good since I need to be doing all grape juice soon.
So, how you feeling today?
I feel pretty good right now. I was feeling kind of tired this morning, but I'm so excited. This is also awesome. And this guy Ryan knows Dan.
I know.
It's so cool.
It's so
He's
great.
helping us. He paid for our valet spot for a few hours and going to come out and help us generate some funds.
He
It's
freaking
awesome.
knows Dan the Man. Can you believe it?
Journey. How does that happen?
I don't know. He knows Dan the Man.
It's just meant to be. Divine timing. So I'm excited. I feel good. It's a beautiful day. We
You
can
look
have
so pretty right now with the reflection coming through your hat.
Oh, thank you.
My mama. What happened, Teresa? What happened?
The 5-star hotel is offended
Of the juice?
of us parking here, so we have to move down the street.
That's annoying.
I started learning about juicing. I understand where people are coming from and why it's really good for you. But if you asked me that maybe 3 months ago, I would have said no. I need to have chicken and meat and potatoes, whatever. But it's really not necessary. And when I drink juice, I don't feel like I need to eat that much.
Right.
So that's already cutting back my food. And second of all, I want to eat healthy. So that's like cutting back on that stuff
Right.
naturally without even thinking about it. And now that if I do a juice cleanse, I definitely think I can do it.
Yeah.
This is my first juice ever, actually. She introduced it to me on this walk, so it's my
Really?
first one. And yeah,
What do you think?
I think it's tasty. I was surprised. I was a bit skeptical of how it would taste, and he did mention that Ryan referred to he mentioned that even if it's not as tasty, it's been very good too. But I've been pleasantly surprised. So it's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I dared him to get the green juice too.
Yeah.
You know, most people get the sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Forced is a better word than dare, but
Okay, fine. Whatever.
it's still very good.
Two parts come today, so we're gonna resume juice fast.
What kind of juice are
It's a Omega slow press.
Omega! Woohoo!
We're hoping to
Sorry.
meet up with Omega, that they might sponsor us. They loved us in this.
Oh really? The juicer is awesome. We have the Omega one.
Give him some flyers.
Just say your name.
Dennis Richardson.
Dennis Richardson. All right. Where you from?
I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Okay. And what you have for breakfast yesterday?
Yesterday I had oatmeal with green tea.
Green tea. And yesterday's lunch? What'd you put in the oatmeal?
Just buy it. Resistant oatmeal.
Okay. Cinnamon. Any sugar?
Just whatever was already.
Yep. Water or milk?
A little bit of skim milk.
Okay. And then yesterday's lunch?
Yesterday's lunch I had.
Dave, you can get in this.
Not really like what I had for lunch yesterday.
It's Tuesday.
I said we had like turkey with turkey peppers and salad.
Okay. And drink with that?
I got water.
Okay. Yesterday's dinner?
Yesterday's dinner I had chicken cordon bleu, but I took off the ham and put turkey on it.
Okay. And anything else, Melanie? Water?
And broccoli and cheese.
Okay. How'd you have that? Did you make it at home?
No, I got it staying at a hotel, so I had it at home.
Nice. Okay. And then any midnight snacks at all? Chips, cookies?
No.
Okay. And then this morning's breakfast?
This morning's breakfast, once again, I had oatmeal.
Okay.
That's the oatmeal with a little bit of skim milk.
Okay. And lunch today? Anything besides the juice?
Today I had Wawa. Actually, I had chicken milk.
Okay. Anything to drink with that?
Just water.
Okay. The main issue out there going on that's preventing people from losing weight really, really fast is that they're forgetting what the body is made out of, H2O, water. Essentially, is being removed in the fuel that they're using. So if I was to say, Dennis, I want you to walk from Philadelphia to Atlantic City and back, it would only take, it's a 50 miles away. You can make that voyage possible. It's not an impossible walk, it's not China. But your organism would need 3 essential fuels. The first one is the oxygen you're breathing. 4 or 5 minutes without this, you leave the planet forever. That's your first fuel of the organism. That is the most essential thing that you're running off right now. You forget about it because it's unconscious, right? 4 or 5 minutes, you can go days and days and days without proteins and carbohydrates and still survive. Anything that goes in your mouth is your second fuel. Anything whatsoever. I can take a piece of paper, I can take the drink, I can take a pineapple, a bug, whatever. Put anything you want in your mouth on this planet. It's up to you. And then anything that goes on your skin is your third fuel to make sure that you can get from Atlantic City and back on that voyage, okay? With that said, this world is a water world, sort of like an avatar state of mind. If you'll go above Earth, look down upon, mostly water, correct? Raining, water. In the shower, you're showering in water. You're jumping in the ocean, water. You're getting glasses of water. It's a water world. The opposite of water is okay? Fire. With that said, fire is the opposite of what we're essentially made of. So yesterday's fuel, right? You'll agree that fire can't touch our body, and that this is a water vehicle. If I took a torch and put it on you, would it hurt? Okay, and it would damage your organism, right? Yesterday's breakfast, was there any fire on the oatmeal? No fire, okay. Did you microwave it or anything like that? How did you make it?
Oh, sorry, it was just hot water.
Hot water, okay. And what did you have to drink with it? Water, okay.
Green tea.
Okay. Take a look at that oatmeal. Somewhere in the past, they baked it somewhere. Fire showed up and removed the H and H2O. That said, if you allow that to happen before it goes in your mouth, it leaves an acid residue in the body. An acid residue in the body goes to your glands, puts it on fire. If there's fire on your fuel, there's fire in the body. There's no fire in this body. No other animals on the planet are going to stoves or using fire. And take a look at the animal kingdom. One animal that's doing it. Somehow we got very, very intelligent and started using fire. Yesterday's lunch, what did you have?
Salad and turkey.
Okay, so from there you'd have to see which one had fire, putting on an invisible scale, which one weighs more, and see if fire touched it more or less, right? And yesterday's drink?
Yesterday's drink was water.
Water, okay. And then last night's meal?
Last night's meal I had a chicken pork.
Okay, fire or no fire? Fire. And then, to drink with that? Water, okay. And the broccoli and cheese, fire or no fire? Lots of fire. So, you would have to actually take a look at everything you ate yesterday and either draw a fire flame or a water drop. And I believe that you're running off of the fire flame fuel over the water, right? If you don't change that, if you don't make that switch, it's going to be a lot harder to lose that weight. That's why you can be losing a pound a day or more if you use the fire, anti-fire element. Fire is the opposite of what we're made of. It leaves a residue in the body that is an issue. With that said, just remember that on your voyage out there, the fire is going to stop you from getting that weight off faster. Yeah, stay away from the fire. It's the opposite of the body. My clients are losing a pound a day. The guy in New York, Dave, just lost 120 pounds. He went non-fire for 120 days. He texted me 120 days later and said, I lost 120 pounds. You were right. So it's possible to do that. You just have to play a mental game of making sure fire levels are. Alright? Cool,
Today we're here with Brian Crown, and in this little vestibule of the stairway in some hotel. But anyway, take it away, Tosh.
He's got an awesome juice bar, and he's really been helpful today, getting us some attention for our journey, get some support. And he's got a juice bar here, and we were talking to him and asking him what was his inspiration on this path to wellness and growth.
Yeah. So my real mission started off when I was probably 3 years old. My mother died from a cancer. That disassembled the entire structure of our family. My father got up and left. All of our 6 children had to go into foster homes. And so I landed in a foster home where not much was said. It was kind of a quiet time. They didn't push big theories on you or anything. I was just kind of always by myself. So it gave me a pirate sort of adventurous state of mind. And in hindsight, at the moment I didn't understand this, but in hindsight, I've always been researching how to heal the body naturally. Probably because of the loss of my mother, but emotionally, there's zero emotional attachments. People say, I feel bad for you, and you miss her. And I always use the metaphor, it's silly, but I always use the metaphor, do you miss your Lamborghini or your Ferrari? Well, no, because you never had one, probably. And therefore, I feel as if, the earth is my family, and the people are my family. So my experience with cancer and death was at an early age, and since 3, I've been doing a little research on my own on how, lots of research on how to actually heal that body from a disease if you had it, instead of just dying, or going into the medical paradigm where they're going to remove your body parts, which would just, more time would be spent over and over. So, one of those things.
You're a juice pirate.
I don't know, perhaps, right? I prefer to be a rebel. A lot of manipulations going on out there where the truth is sometimes a sentence away, sometimes a movie away, sometimes a minute away, an hour away. A person's whole entire organism their mind can change in under 2 hours for the rest of their lives. A good example of that, put someone in front of fat, sick, nearly dead, and they are electrically charged. We're all one, and that person on the screen that just reverses you is you at a unified level. And if he can do it, she can do it, and he can do it, and she can do it. There's millions of us that can do that on our own if we just have a couple pieces of information. If they keep that information away from you, you won't know how to do it. When we arrived here into the doctor's arm, we all have an interim agreement that the medical industry has the best route for us to heal ourselves. But there is no healing going on. There's only body parts being removed, battery acid being inserted in the body, and symptoms being treated. Prescriptions being written. I want to see some real rules written over again. And the only way we're going to do that, we're stuck in that paradigm. I think the only way to officially do that is to raise a little hell and to get people to watch us for a couple minutes and watch what we can do as healers on camera if needed. And so these documentaries are very essential to promoting that movement. And now is the time. Now is the time.
You have to be brave about it and just do it. And Dr. Morse's videos are getting pulled off YouTube. Did you
I saw that,
Yeah.
But no worries, I think he went over to another platform already.
Yeah.
If not, that information can't be stopped.
Right. It's like a bulldozer now. It's like the mass consciousness is raising up.
It sure is. And you can see that.
Yeah. So it's good news.
But I was always curious, how do we get to the moon but we can't reverse a disease? You know what I mean? So my adventure started there. I just remember being like 8 years old, and I was a rebel as a kid. No one told me what to do, so I was always causing a lot of trouble. Now I was in juvenile detention centers and stuff like that, mostly because the food I was running off was processed sugar, nothing else to do, no rules. But on that adventure, it was the mystery. How do we get up there but we can't figure out the cancer that is killing mom, grandma, grandpa, uncle, kids, etc., etc. And on my discovery, I'm seeing proof that you can reverse that with natural methods. And you're going to be the pinnacle to prove that with more time.
That's the plan.
I went to Dr. Morse's class. I was a high protein eater. I came from an athletic state of mind in a very small town in Pennsylvania. And in that small town, the biggest guys are the coolest, the most popular, probably the most successful at sports. And from there, you go to college, you play another sport. Sports was always on my mind. So I was, I'm 160 pounds now. I used to be 205 pounds, all muscle, no hair, lifting weights all day. Main objective was getting girls and going out on Friday night and who can eat the most cheeseburgers. That was my game.
Sounds like a reality.
For a very long time. And all my friends, same game. My family members, same game. Not one of my individual friends had a juicer. Nobody knew what a juicer was. I'm talking, I've met thousands, I don't know how many people I meet since I was 21 years old. Thousands of people, and nobody knew what a juicer was. Right now? 27. 27. So, how many people don't know this, about juicing itself? To get back to the question though, I've gone raw, non-fire, for 90 days in a row. After graduating Dr. Morse's class, I did detox, skip 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and I really wanted to just do it for the hell of it, just to see, he did take a look at my iris and stuff and say you have some weaknesses genetically. If we'll go back and take a look at mom and dad, drug users, alcoholics. I showed up to the planet just trying to have a good time here, right? So these genetic weaknesses are passed along from generation to generation, and you can't do anything about it. So if you're a parent right now, it's like, do you want to keep this going on? Do you still want to eat that McDonald's food? Do you want a kingdom with your family name? Do you really want to stamp your foot on this earth and do something positive? So with that said, I did a 90-day raw food cleanse, juicing, and throughout that time, it was difficult most of the time, mentally over physically. You're being seduced by every single person, depending on your circle. Down there, Dr. Morse's class, it's easy. It's like, all right, everyone's on this.
I know.
And they're just like, here. And I'm like, all right, drink, eat. But you step back into the woods, and they're like, what do you drink? I'm not drinking. It's just like a whole nother realm. So it's like, I went 90 days, and then I realized that it got pretty boring. When you go to the World Series and they win and you can't have pizza or beer because you signed up somewhere for never have that again, it gets boring on that planet, at least in my humble opinion. So with that said, I realized I'm a big bag of chemistry and I realized I'm a bunch of cells. So I signed up for a non-militant lifestyle where I recognized information and I just check my pH every day. What did I have to eat yesterday, and can I bring in juice to balance out the acidic effects? So now I can kind of surf on the acid alkaline chart if you know how to surf. You really have to know the game. So I drew a circle around the plant kingdom. And I said, I'll only eat plants. And I drew a big X over the animal kingdom and said, I won't eat any animals. My own personal self-discipline is not that great when it comes to meat. If I have one piece of meat, I'll probably have 99 pieces of meat. So I just draw an X over the meat. I'm not going to have any meat. And from now, big circle around the plant kingdom. Do whatever you want in there. You can use fire on food if you want. If I'm in an acidic state and I have a disease of any sort, I obviously know how to get out of that. But life is too boring without allowing fire in there, in my humble opinion. But if somebody came to me, and my clients come to me and say, I have 400 pounds, how do I do this? You gotta, I'm gonna teach you how to use fuel tactics to protect yourself, keep fire out mentally. Food never jumps in your mouth, so it's all really a mental issue.
Right,
protect them from that. Let them know afterwards, when your pH has aligned itself again, you can go back to using small fire foods. But until then, we really want to detox you.
Yeah.
So my life, I might have had French toast yesterday, and then came in here and had 3 lemon ginger blasts, and then I might have a salad, and then I might have a raw vegan dessert. I might have pancakes at night, and then I might have 3 more lemon ginger blasts later on.
Right.
I'm living. I'm having fun. I can't go out and have a beer with my friends if I'm a raw vegan. I don't want to be a raw vegan. I want to be a non-militant, no titles attached type of individual in the now. That might change in 20 seconds, but in the now, that's my decision. We'll see what happens.
That's a wonderful answer. I love it.
Yeah. It's a journey.
That's great.
It goes different.